the one last thing to go over then is this whole YouTube buying Twitch nonsense going on right now. So let's go over a couple of things about that, right? Now, unless something happened the last like 5 hours I'm not aware of here. But one, it is currently a rumor. What's giving it concrete credentials, I guess you could say, is like or like evidence of it being an actuality, is that both Twitch and Google declined to comment on the event when both questioned by press about it, right? Implying that, yeah, there have been talks about YouTube buying Twitch. Of course, you're all familiar with the, you know, YouTube 3.0 being really, really shitty with the forced Google Plus integration to comment and like videos and maintain your whatever data you have involved with YouTube accounts so far, right? But let's just go over some of what's going on here. So here, the facts are, according to what's happened, is that YouTube would buy Twitch for $1 billion. Right. For $1 billion, which, you know, sounds like a lot, and actually it's a straight up cash offer. It's not even like a indirect stock exchange or whatever. So like, they are hungry. Now, while that will get, you know, the big wigs at Twitch paid, you know, they'll paid for life, whatever it may be. You know, now you're a billionaire, so you gotta worry about anything ever. I feel like, or, you know, maybe from watching House of Cards, you're just like, I really see the value in that. You know, when it comes down to picking between power and money, you pick power. You don't, I mean, Twitch is blown up into, yeah, I feel like it's actually worth more than $1 billion at this point. Like, its position of where it's going to go, it's not going to go up from here. Like, to say this thing capped off as a spinoff from Justin TV Gaming in 2011 to what it is now, to the fact that it pretty much won. The second that Twitch became an app on PS4 and Xbox One, it's won. It's not even that you can stream from Xbox One and PS4, it's the fact that it gets the exposure it has now from that, and it will only get bigger and more relevant to gaming culture altogether as time goes on. There's so much of what you can't buy already present at Twitch. The culture, I mean, kind of gay, but the Kappas, the PogChamps, the emotes, the staff that you know, the chat, all these things are just, the culture cannot be simulated or purchased, and that is what makes it so valuable. You know, sure, YouTube has fixed original content on the daily, and people put up with ads there, but when you're at a live stream, you know, think about what's DVR proof. What's the few things you still watch on broadcast television that you don't bother to wait for a DVR for? You want to catch it live. Sports or concerts or whatever. Live streaming gives you that same immersion, sense of urgency, more that you're there because it's happening live. So thus the ad revenue that is generated at Twitch is infinitely more valuable than the standard ones seen at YouTube. And they know that. Everyone knows that. So it's like the ad bucks are better here than they are at YouTube. And the potential to grow is just fucking sick. I mean, the reality is everyone's pissed off because there's only 2 servers in Europe for Twitch, and there's like, what, a couple more in USA. There's so many people on Twitch already, and it's like such a small company with not enough money to invest in its own infrastructure that you just get congested and bogged down whenever there's a big league tournament going on any given weekend or whatever the fuck. You know? So, with all that in mind, the fact that people, just in a business proposition that you would actually let Twitch go, you would let your, you know, let's go back here, okay? Facebook could have sold out, and I know Facebook is gay, I totally agree, but Facebook could have sold out, you know, early in the game, and they could have made a couple $1 million. The original, you know, Zuckerberg and company could have made a couple $1 million and everything. If they would have caved in and threw ads on there from the jump. But as you know, I'm sure you've seen Social Network here. Why aim for $1 million when you can aim for $1 billion? You know, why take money when you can get power? You have the potential to make Facebook part of everyone's culture, penetrate that, right? So they went for that. Same thing here. You could stop now, make $1 billion, or well, again, actually, I think not even relevant to the money at this point. Like, it's bigger than money. You already got the money. The money will come in due time. You have the power. You have that lucrative 18 to 24-year-old male demographic that ad people want so fucking bad, and you have like a death grip on it. You have what no one else has, what everyone else wants. Ustream wishes they had what Twitch has, son. Like, you already fucking know that. So the fact that just money over power to me is stupid. $1 billion? No, fuck you. I want, this is my Twitch. I want that. Now, anyways, though, so hypothetically, if the buyout did happen, irrelevant to the price being agreed to, what are the pros and the cons, right? So, the pro, kind of the only evident one I can really think of here, assuming based off of YouTube's corporate behavior so far, is that they would have a fuckload of money to invest directly into Twitch and improve the infrastructure tremendously. So I know Europe's always pissed off that you only have what, 2 servers, one in Amsterdam and like one in like Sweden or whatever, right? So like if those 2 get full and you're like in Belgium or whatever, you get like redirected to the USA server, so you're like getting like super fucking lag out the ass with like buffering and all the other shit. So it's like really fucking annoying. Not to mention, you know, Worcester lives in Australia, and his nearest servers in New Zealand, I want to say, or the Philippines, I forget where, but yeah, he's whatever too. So like you know, you would just see immediately overnight just server overhaul everywhere, and you know there would be less dip in performance, and chat would probably never act up ever again. However, such things would come at the cost of control over Twitch, right? So there's a lot of things that there is to worry about. And, you know, sure, Google Plus integration, which I don't think that actually would happen. I think they've had enough negative publicity from that they wouldn't even bother trying to push Google Plus anymore, right? But here's where the thing I worry about most is if they brought that content ID tag bullshit into Twitch. You know, imagine this song right now gets tagged. Okay, so now I can't use any licensed songs anymore. I know at this point the ID tag is so sophisticated now that you can it can tag images, if I recall correctly. So like, I don't know. I could just see it getting really fucking annoying and lame very quickly. So many creative freedoms that, well, technically it is content copyright infringement or whatever, but like Twitch is so small right now that no one really gives a fuck about it. So it like makes the streaming more of a natural enjoyment, right? Yeah, it's, you know, I don't have to like cater to look how many YouTubers currently have to like kind of flippy flop and not do what they want to do to get around and dodge the ID tagging constantly, right? You know, from like lowering their game audio to like 15% so that it isn't picked up by the ID tag and they have to make their commentary track that much louder. You know, just all these minor inconveniences that come at the cost of having such a big conglomerate sophisticated tagging system. And you know, it has its purpose and it's doing its job, I guess, but it still doesn't make it, you know, annoying, and does affect, you know, that would affect directly the stream here. That would, not having to pick generic whatever the fuck music for me makes it less chill. So yeah, I prefer having on my trance, having on my state of trance. Is it infringement? Yeah, but I don't give a fuck. Not like if anything, I think actually it helps because it brings more people into ASOT, Armin Van Buren, you know, all the other hot shit. So yeah, content ID tagging, I see that being a big problem. It could even get to the point where not just Nintendo be an asshole about it with their tagging, but you could even see like other people hop on, like Activision and EA. particularly Activision with their profits dropping because Call of Duty will be selling less and less from here on out because of all the PR damage from Ghost being a piece of shit game. You know, you can see them start looking into other asshole ways to keep their revenue afloat so that their bosses don't have to take a pay cut every year. And the other big negative I'm seeing here is that YouTube currently sucks, right? As a monetization platform. I feel like it's kind of like the economic market in the USA right now, where the rich get richer for the most part. The already big are already big and will continue to get bigger, and ones who get big are big because they are associated with the already big channels in some way or fashion. I don't really see anyone just kind of blowing up at this point on YouTube. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't ever see another like PewDiePie happening unless like you know PewDiePie in some form or associated with him, or he helps market you extensively, right? So I don't see them deviating far from that, because if I recall correctly, when YouTube started to suck, it was because they needed to monetize it somehow, and its current structure now is what's making them money. So who is to say that they wouldn't do the same thing like Twitch at some point? And again, I feel like on face value, it's kind of wise that they don't fuck with Twitch, because Twitch is working really, really well right now. But I don't know. I can't say. That's the variable. But to me, it's a giant negative. So ultimately, here's my little list here. More budget infrastructure, content ID, Google Plus, new cooks in high standing to change things, Monopoly, and YouTube already sucks, so I have to deviate. There's my little breakdown on that one, and I'm sorry, I've been monologuing, and I'm very behind on chat here. Alright, so what did I,